So on this new clamp, this Clerf clamp I have, I'm gonna spray with WD-40. Anybody? No? Just, sorry, this guy I know. Anyways, it helps it move better. These are actually dustless bushings. They've got these bushings inside here. It fits so snugly. It's supposed to keep the dust out. You don't have to oil it, but you got a WD-40 to do it. Can's out. You think, oh, I got on the camera. You think they'll call me? No, I don't think so either. Here's the hay in the stack. Ooh, that cricket did not survive. Oh, he's alive. No, he's not. He's a goner. Gross, I touched him. Here's the hay in the stack. In the bale. We're in the shade so you can get a better view of it. Like I was saying earlier, this older hay, it gets a lot of bug damage in the potato hoppers out here, but you see those brown spots up and down the stem? That's from bugs getting on it, and I kind of compare it to pooping, but it's not really. But anyways, but when you have all these stems and leaves covered with these little brown spots, see it's there on that one as well. We have all these bugs doing that. It gives this hay like a different color. That's the ugly side of the bale. That's where the plunger just hit it. This is the side that's coming out of the bale, if that makes sense. So it's always prettier. But all that bug damage gives it a different tint of green. As the alfalfa gets older, it actually changes colors. The hue, I guess you could say. I don't know for sure. But it just gets like a deeper, like a hunter green almost, but it just doesn't make for real pretty hay. But like I said earlier, man, we need it. Anything in a bale is going to be good to have this year. This is still great horse feed. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people are going to comment or say something that this is nice hay, and it is. Our standards are just different on what we make and what we call high quality. So anyways, thought I'd show you what we're playing with. You can see from the side those steamers keep good leaf. If you'll notice here, someone might ask, if you noticed earlier in the video, one of the balers did not have a steamer on it. That's because we run three steam balers. That fourth baler is actually the cleanup baler. It what's that flying around? It does all the cleanup behind the steamer balers. If the rakes have to go back and clean anything up, or the rakes missed, that baler goes around and it does two things. It cleans up. It also goes out the day before and goes around the field and bales, because we try to get around the field cleaned up before the steamers get in there because of the long setup, the trains essentially, tractor, steamer, baler. It's very hard for them to dodge bales. So that machine goes out the day before, bales the field that they're going to be at, and then they pick it up. It does a cleanup too. And then third, when we have really good moisture and we have a lot of acres, today's probably 150 acres or more, 160, we can run 4 balers, and we're a little more, we're going to cover more ground quicker. But as soon as it either gets too dry, or when it gets too wet, everything stops. But when it gets too dry, we shut down and go back to 3 steamers. Also, something you really see it in the drone. So after the laser, he does all that spinning. and it leaves like a half moon shaped or a half circle shape, we run the land plane behind it to get rid of those half circles. If we leave those there, you feel it. You'll feel it in the field. So we laser, then we run that land plane, which he was just finished up yesterday. I didn't get to do it. We run the land plane twice though, once before lasering and then once after. And we used to not do it, and it just made these fields miserable, just womp, 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 hitting it, da da da. So we run that land plane. Then we run a mulcher, which really preps the field. Well, we only do that if we think it's a little bit cloddy still. If there's still some clods, we'll run that mulcher. That field we were just in, we didn't run it in that field. But you know what we did do? We actually ran a clod buster before we land planed before we lasered. So I guess so anyways, we just tried different things out. We had this clod buster we brought from my brother-in-law. We never used it, so we're like, let's try it out. And the conditions, it just rained, so it was nice to use it behind that rain to really break the soil up so we could start lasering it again. But so yeah, land plane, laser, land plane to knock down those half moons from the laser, and then depending on how the clods look, we'll either mulch it and then plant it or just plant it. In this case, we're just planting it. It's a lot of information really fast. This hay doesn't look that bad, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm picky. I'm just picky. Small stems. It's nice. I think this is still the end of the first year on this alfalfa. Probably not going to lose it. I was going to take it off, but super grip. It's not coming off. Those tires are brand new. Somebody didn't tighten that up enough. It wasn't me. It was Drew. That wheel has like a Buckeye smile. One goal, two. Hillbillies. Out of the squeeze. I think we hauled 7 loads. Got my cousin's grader borrowed right now. I really want to buy one just like that, but oh, they're pricey. In some past videos, some people have asked kind of what the steamer does. I haven't really walked around them in a while. Figure, what a great way to end the day to just walk through our equipment on a steamer setup and just show people what's going on. We're going to start at the very back of the baler. We have the scale. The bale falls off I forget what that thing's called. It's called something. And it lands right there. When it's sitting there, it's getting weighed. There's a cable right there that goes all the way up into the cab, and it tells the driver the weight. So as the driver's sitting there, he's got to pay attention to this monitor. It's a pretty simple monitor. It just shows a number. That's all it shows. That's all he looks at. We want to keep the bale weights from 90 to 95 pounds. We do go over sometimes. We try not to, but it happens. We go under sometimes. We don't want to, but it happens. So that's the first thing he's watching. Well, I shouldn't say the first thing. That's just one of the things he's watching. Next is the Gazeka. Trevor, what did you say? G-A-Z-E-E-K-A. Gazeka. The Gazeka uses microwaves, and it goes through the bale and monitors how much moisture is in the bale. This thing, it's been around for a while with big balers. It's new to have on small balers, but it's extremely important. Gosh, she's making so much noise while I'm trying to make a video. Stop it. They're fairly new for small balers, or they're very new for small balers. But it's super important. It reads that baler, or the bale, I should say, and the driver is in there watching that, and that determines how much steam he can, or how much moisture is in the bale and how much longer he can keep baling. That all comes across on this monitor, and it's also a number, like 18, 19, 20, 14, 13, 12, 11. They really don't like going over 18. We will, especially if we're just trying to finish the field, or There's one spot, one end of the field that has a little more moisture than the other. But if they're controlling steam, if they're making that moisture themselves, and they hit 18, they'll probably turn it down and get closer to that 16, 15, 16 mark. Look. Gazika. Next is the baler itself. Now this is where things change up from the two-string balers. We control our pressure in the chamber from inside the tractor. So one way, there's several ways they can control the weight of the bale. One is with steam, two is with the pressure inside the chamber. Big balers have this too. I don't know how that, I imagine it's the same way. I've never ran a big baler, but I have talked to several people about two strings, and they can't just control, sorry, I'm pointing at this, they can't control the chamber weight like we can. The pressure is controlled by the baler control panel, I guess. Pretty simple, up and down. It's very basic. This is the flake count. That's actually the plunger inside, how many times the plunger is moving in one bale. On or off. Super simple. I actually don't know how you pick it up. How do you pick it up? The head goes up and down. It must be on here somewhere. I feel really dumb for not knowing that. That happens a lot these days. Across this baler cameras, because the steamer is blocking baler, they can't see what they're doing, so there's a monitor for the cameras. This is the steamer. The steamer is not run by the PTO. The PTO goes under the steamer to run the tractor. The steamer itself is run off of hydraulic, oil, and diesel. The steam actually comes out of these right here, ooh, and here. So it injects steam onto the hay as it's going in, being picked up, and as it's going into the chamber. This is the steamer itself. It's very few moving parts. It's a boiler inside. It's a flame up in the front that the diesel is sprayed in that flame, and a fan, and it creates heat, which boils the water and creates steam. It's very, very simple. Not a lot of moving parts. It's ingenious. Super cool idea, concept. It's been around for 11, 12 years now. With big balers, this is the third year, I think, with small balers. This controls the steamer. Here's the videos, the cameras. There's actually brakes because the weight being pulled behind this tractor weighs a lot. We have to have a brake controller. This is the screen for the tractor itself, and that stuff controls the tractor. So yeah, if you guys kind of wondering, I talk about steamers and you're new to the show, that's what a steamer does. Sorry, not steaming right now. You guys hear the air hissing? It's Air Ride Cab. Super cool. I want to thank you guys for watching the show. Hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you have any questions or comments, make them. I do my best to respond to everybody. Sometimes I get behind. It takes me a few days or weeks, but just check back in every now and then. Check your YouTube and it'll pop up. Don't forget, share, like, tell everyone about it. Have a great day.